Hello everyone, good afternoon. Hi everyone, good afternoon. How are you guys? Hi Nishi. Hi Miss Astha, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you? I'm good.
I'm good. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the another live session by Mindcare. Today we'll be talking to Miss Astha about fighting COVID and getting back to life. So, first I
Yeah.
would like to introduce Miss Astha to all of you. So, Miss Astha is a MA clinical psychologist, a NLP master practitioner, a certified Gestalt, CBT and REBT trained, and she also holds a diploma in child psychology. She has also worked as a counselor. She is trainer in Sleepwell Foundation, New Delhi, and she's also associated with SADFM, Life Forward, and Umang Foundation. I welcome you, Miss Astha.
Thank you so much, Anjan.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in. We'll wait for another 1 to 2 minutes for people to join, and then we'll quickly begin.
Sure. No issue. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, you're clearly audible. Am I audible?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, so I think we should start with the session.
Sure.
So, Miss Astha, what do you think? How can we use distraction to manage difficult thoughts or feelings during this difficult time of COVID?
Distraction is not the correct word, I feel. Why? Because, see, distraction work only for like 5, 10 minutes, more than half a day maximum. But after half a day, it won't work. So, what works in this time is dealing with your own thoughts. So how do you deal with your own thoughts? We have always have one reoccurring thoughts in our brain that comes. So for example, I see what if I get COVID? What if I get affected? What if I am severely ill? What if I had to get admitted into the hospital? What will happen? I will not get this. I will not get that. Things like that happens. So distraction don't work there. What works there is my willpower, my emotions. How will I tackle? Going to pros of what can not happen and what will happen if your willpower, your mental health is strong. So that how it works, and that how I feel everyone should take it. Otherwise, getting affected is like having a fever,
Yeah,
as simple as that. And maybe it gets severe when we take it very severe.
yes,
Okay.
completely.
Yeah.
Completely. So, how can we take, care of our physical and mental health during this time, since this pandemic has been very, harsh and hard on our mental health?
Mental health, I feel, comes before physical health. Person
Really?
can be seem unhealthy, but if they're physically unhealthy, they feel, and mentally fit, they can tackle anything. you know
Yeah.
a cancer patient who is level 1 and a cancer patient who is level 4 can survive and one can die because their willpower, their mental health is affected the most. So every immunity works on our stress levels, works on our mental health. If that is affected very badly, they won't be able to tackle anything. So for maintaining mental health, I feel people should always do what they are passionate about. Not only work. I understand there is work and there is limitations of work, everything, but they should always go for what they are passionate about. For example, if I say I'm passionate about my work, but
Yes.
what in my work is I'm passionate about? So see, psychology is also like I'm earning money from the profession, but what I really want to do in psychology. So
Yes.
helping people was really the motive. So when I help people, my stress levels go down, my anxiety go down, my nervousness goes down, be it the people uh, from any background. I'm not saying I can't help people who already have everything. Mental health is one thing that people avoid. They
Yes.
avoid telling people they have any mental issues. So that kind of a thing does get affected, and you should always resolve it with the thoughts in your brain, the emotions, expressions, and expressing really helps. Even though you are stressed, being aware of that stress really helps to down your stress levels. So that way we can work out. If people are not able to deal with it on their own, there are always mental professionals who are there. You are there as a organization who are helping. I have
Yes.
three foundation who don't charge people. One is SAD, uh, Social Anxiety Disorder Foundation, Mumbai. Another is Life Forward. Another is Umang Foundation. I work with three organizations who don't charge people for any kind of perspective, for any kind of help, mental health. For any sessions, any online workshops, it's free of cost.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
amazing because I think many people think that therapies are very expensive, counseling is very expensive. So I think yes, I'm definitely sure this free service is really helpful for people.
Yeah.
So Miss Asta, what can you tell us about positive psychology? Like how does it apply, its technique in this in the time of pandemic?
Positive psychology is nothing more than the happiness, the law of attraction. You know how law of attraction works? It works like what you're thinking, and how you say that I don't want this, I don't want this, and then that comes to you a lot, because you are continuously giving out to the world that I don't is not understandable. It's just the want that is understandable to the universe. We say, always say, if you say I don't want to get into something, and you will always get stuck in that kind of a situation. You say I don't want to get affected, like in terms of COVID. I don't want to get affected, I don't want to get hospitalized, I don't want to get this. You will always go through all these things. Once you accept that it might happen, your willingness might be there, your power of acceptance might be there, then the positive psychology works its magic. It works like magic, really. And acceptance is one thing of any illness, I say, of any problem, I say, in life. It will help a lot. You just have to be
Definitely.
very open and accepting of what is coming your way. There will be up and downs. In downs you have to see the path of happiness and the path of willingness. It will continue as it goes.
Basically a person should be aware of one's thoughts, one's problems, and they need to think positive. Only then this is possible, positive psychology. All right. So people who are still recovering from COVID and have been through it, or people who used to take a lot of stress of not getting infected, and like how do we bring down their stress or level of overthinking, since we know mostly people do overthink, you know
Yeah, I tell you what, everyone tells us that three things are really important in our life. One is exercise, one is meditation, and one is reading. These three things really do help. It really does help, but you have to be very particular about it. You know, you can't just say that one day I'll practice it and I will be fine. That won't work. Okay. And see, all these three things, everyone will tell you to do, everyone will force you to do, but then you won't want to do, because that's our psychology. If everyone is forcing things on me, say that you have to do meditation, you have to do exercise, you need to lose. No, you don't need to lose. You just need to let go of your own stress. Your body will lose weight if the body wants to. The body will lose stress if it wants to. In meditation, maybe 10 minutes meditation is enough. You don't have to spend too much time on
yes.
on all these activities. I think hardly, if you give 45 minutes a day to all three activities, it will be fine. I'm not saying everyone should do it. One should select what is helping for them. Like someone can spend 45 minutes on exercise can help. Someone spend 45 minutes on reading can help. Meditation same way.
Yeah.
Similarly, people who are recovering from COVID, they need to maintain, firstly is diet and sleep.
Okay.
So 8 hours of sleep and a maintained healthy diet is
Okay.
very necessary. Unless and until you eat healthy, it won't work. You will again get into some other kind of illness.
Yes.
With every illness, even mental illness, they say have sugar. You know, when you're feeling low, have sugar. That
Have
sugar,
chocolate.
yeah, have chocolate. That little things help. But that is like a distraction unless and until you
Yes.
work on your own self.
Clearly. Clearly.
Yeah.
Right. So, guys, if anyone is having any questions, please feel free to ask. We'll be answering all the questions in some time. Okay. So, Miss Asta, what do you think? How
Yeah.
can we prevent phobias or fear? Developing phobias or fear in such difficult times.
You know, phobias and fears develop through our own insecurities. Okay. So, and repeated activities. So, in COVID times, I've seen people coming developing OCD and phobias like, I want to repeatedly wash my hand, I want to repeatedly clean, I want to spray my shoes, I want to spray everything that is coming inside the house, what is going out and coming in. I have to have a bath. So everything is not necessary. You can do it, but you have to maintain it, like not regularly you are having a bath 4 times a day if you're going out.
Yes.
You
Right.
can always clean yourself, wash hands, that is okay. But repeatedly, even if you are inside the house and washing the hands is very dangerous. How many times is again, you get really panicked that touched this and this was touched before by someone else.
Right.
That is again going to affect you a lot, your body, because continuous thought is just that cleaning and maintaining everything on a one level, but that can affect our psychology again. It's a reoccurring thoughts.
Yes.
So for example, we have 60,000 thoughts a day. It's a calculative thought ratio, that is 60,000 thoughts a day. And if you're stuck at one, the free flow of the thought stops. Once the free flow of the thought stops, we get stuck, and then our brain hampers us. Then we get headache, then we get physical illnesses,
Right.
we get affected. So that way you have to work. And for COVID recovering patients, I feel they should not get stuck in what has happened. Even though whatever they have lost, whatever happened with them, the family members, I understand completely. This is a big time, big grief situation. We can't get over it, but we have to be strong for other members, for our own self, and love ourselves and be happy what we currently have, and not lose those things that we have.
Yeah. Basically, we should be grateful. Right.
Yeah.
Grateful is
One
what.
part of, yeah, one part of positive psychology is being grateful.
Yeah.
Gratitude is one thing that I think every child should learn from
Yes.
from a very young age, how to thank each and everything in our life, so that you can always see the pros of everything. We
Right.
forget, we have so many cons to write. If I tell one thing about what is bad about having a COVID, people will say 100 things, and what is good about having a COVID, no one will say one
No
thing.
one will say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that way it
Exactly.
helps. Yeah.
I completely agree. Okay, so way to go, Astha. I have a question. Please shoot your questions. We'll be answering all the questions in some time. Okay, so Miss Astha, what kind of stress pattern can we expect from a COVID patient? Like what areas can it impact in their lives? What do you think about this?
So when a patient naturally going through any kind of illness, now there's a particular pattern of stress is what will happen next. How
Right.
will I get affected? Is my body going to be capable enough to recover from all these problems? Is my body willing to start again? Can I function normally? Is there anything that is a issue that I'm not able to function properly? That is the main stress concern of a patient when they are going through and after COVID, is like, my normal functioning shouldn't affect.
Yeah.
So normal functioning shouldn't affect only if you are providing yourself with everything. self love, self care. People say that things, people, taboo word is being selfish when they say that you are being self caring about your own self, but that is wrong. You should always have time for your own body.
Yes.
1 hour a day should be for your own body, your own self, your own thoughts, and going back to the whole day and analyzing what was right, what was wrong, how can I make it more happier, and things like that happens, and we really need to move forward with it. And the stress levels will only go down once you start functioning normally. You can start exercising a little bit, start breathing, standing outside the window for 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day can help people uh, get out of stress. And I'm
Right.
not saying you have to roam out, because the situation is right now not
Yes.
okay to be roaming, but stand out, breathe, take the whole weather, be happy to be present in that weather and this life, and then you can move forward with everything.
Right, I completely agree. Like, we should take out time for some or the other activity that we love and that gives us happiness. And it can
Yeah,
really help us in, maintaining that mental peace. We should do what we love and we should take out time for ourselves. Right,
yeah.
completely rightly said. Okay, so what do you think? How is our overall immunity, impacted if mental health takes a beating? What do you think about this thing?
So I'll say physical health comes later on in immunity also. So how immunity works is, immunity is the major part of our own body. And once you say that ki I am not physically well, the body takes it that you are not mentally well also. So
Yes.
body immunity starts working on your brain. When your stress level is high, your mental pressure is high, the body will leave, the immunity will leave all the body and goes directly to your brain and work there only, because brain is the priority of immunity. And each and every stress that you put on your body is dealt with immunity only. Anything that, any pressure we put on our body has dealt with immunity. So immunity works that way. And bodily physically injury can be, when once we say that it's okay, छोटी सी चोट है खत्म हो जाएगी, छोटी सा fever है खत्म हो जाएगा, it goes away, because our mentality and willingness is that way, because immunity is working with us. But once we stress out ki how will I get well, this one small accident has happened and I can't move forward, I can't take that strength, my hand doesn't have that strength, if I get physically injured, my legs are not moving, I'm not able to stand properly, my hands are shaking, all these things will only work if your immunity is really high.
Right, right. Rightly said. Okay, Tanya ma'am says rightly said. So true. Yes, exactly. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because in the end, brain is something that should be, functioning well in order to. Because if you want to take a glass of water, if you need a water, if brain doesn't give you that signal ki हाँ आपको पानी चाहिए, you won't be able to do that. So I completely agree with what you just said. Okay, so what do you think? Like, is it normal to feel anxious during about COVID-19 or during this pandemic?
It's very okay to feel anxious. For everything we feel anxious about. If
Yes.
once we want to do something, we want to start something new, we are not aware of a lot of things. Illness is like that. We are not aware of what's going to come next, so
Yes.
being anxious is okay. But getting that anxious into anxiety and turning it into something else, panicking about everything, is not right. And being anxious is like, I'm getting onto a stage and performing something today, I'll get anxious, I'll get nervous, I'll get a lot of bad feelings about it. But that feelings will get over once I'm on the stage.
Right. Right, I completely agree. So, if you guys have any questions, please shoot it. I'm saying it again and again because we'll be taking the questions once we are done. So, yes, you can shoot
Yeah.
your questions. Okay, so Miss Astha, how did you cope up with stress or anxiety during this COVID? What is your personal experience? Would you like to share it with us?
Sure. Like, one, there was a time where my whole family was effective except for me. and I was not with them, and they were in Delhi, I was in Mumbai, and I was doing some training, and they were affected. So that moment I realized that we have a fear of not our own, but our parents, our family, our siblings, and we have always have a fear of them getting affected more than us.
Right.
So that time we have to maintain what we feel,
Right.
and just be grateful that they are okay, and give them every positive energy in our body so that they recover well,
Right.
and be rightfully okay with how to move forward with it. Once a time comes when everyone in your family gets affected, and people people pass away that and you really have a lot of grief inside. That has happened. You really get affected, you get really emotional, and letting it out is one thing also. People get angry, people get really sad about it. Letting both the emotion out is important.
Right.
If you are angry, do something which can take out your anger. If
Right.
you
We
are
should vent
sad,
it out.
yeah, venting out is the most important thing, I
Right.
feel. Be it any emotion, be it you are happy, you want to tell the world that you are happy. Similarly
Yes.
happens with when you're sad, tell the world that you are sad. The world will
Right.
help you get back to your back to track. And
Right.
similarly, every grief is there, and all people are there to help you with that grief. But we say that
Right.
we don't have support system, we don't have a family to support us. That is wrong. People will
Right.
be there, you just have to find the right people.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly.
And personal story comes, I have been traveling in COVID from Delhi to Mumbai
Okay.
a lot. I have traveled a lot. And every time you have to get tested, and you have to go through the whole process of being tested and then going through. So it's a little scary every time. But somehow or the other, I have not been affected yet. And the stress of seeing people getting affected is more than I feel when I get affected. So I understand that fact, and I have accepted that if even though if I get affected, I have people who will support me. I won't be lonely. I won't
Right.
be. So the most important factor that I forgot about is the loneliness that people have.
Right.
When they are in isolation and they feel very lonely inside a room. They get
Right.
it's okay. So they get lonely inside a room, they get anxious, like, when will they go out of this room? Will they be ever negative about the report?
Right.
Will they be negative and go out of the room suffocates them, because we are not happy
Yes.
inside a
The
room. So
isolation. Yes.
yeah, try isolating yourself in a place where you can have a fresh breather. I know there
Right.
is a lot of space problem in all over the country, and we don't always have a place where we can get quarantine or things like that happen. Do talk to people regularly. Even though you are quarantined, even though you have your phone with you, call people up. It's okay, people are available, people like me are available who will talk to you when you are inside a quarantine situation and you are feeling that it's very suffocating for me to stay here, I want to run away. That's the most one factor I have seen people want to do in quarantines, because 14 days living in the room is very difficult for
Very
anyone.
difficult. Completely. I completely agree.
Yeah, so for them we should always look out for who people we can call up. Even though lockdown we have called a lot of people, it's okay to call again. It's okay to talk again, repeat the same thoughts again. That is fine. You can always
Yes.
tell them how you are feeling. That will be okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically, we should go through what we go through and we should feel what we exactly feel rather than just pretending that everything is okay. If you're sad, you should reach out to somebody, yes, they are there for you. So,
Yeah, because once you start panicking, situations in COVID gets serious. Once you panic,
yes,
for example, I've seen people from 5 or 6 day of COVID is really okay, and the sixth and seventh day is the very harsh time of COVID, and that time people panicked and they have been hospitalized for whatever reason. They have
yes,
been hospitalized. So that time, that period, you should understand that panicking is really bad. Increasing your stress is really bad. You have to understand talking to someone might help, expressing your words might help, and doing something, take it as a leisure, take it as a time off, and take
right,
it as like you have to watch Netflix, and you can watch, you don't have work tomorrow, you don't have to do this,
right,
and be enjoying that 14 days in quarantine I feel your own illness will go away very fast.
Right. Basically, we should take a break and focus more on ourselves and our well-being. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So we have a question from N Bhasin that due to lockdown, children are facing anxiety. How to overcome? So
When I tell you, children when face anxiety because they have a habit of going out, they have a habit of playing. So you have to create play inside, decreasing that anxiety, expressing them, making them, a little more aware of the situation. Anxiety happens because they don't understand what is happening, and they get affected because they are not going to school for more than a year. They are not going to school. They're sitting at home. They are getting so bored. They don't have activities. So to decrease the anxiety, I feel you should do let the child do what they like, even though they want to go out. Create a space where they can have a breather, because inside the house is not okay for anyone,
right.
but breather for the child is important. It can be in some activity in the balcony, because people are so scared they don't let the children go out in the balconies or near the
Right.
windows, because they say that neighbors hai, outside people hai, they will meet them and they'll get affected. So better than that, they can just have a little play where they're open space, and get into some activities that they like. Basically
Right.
everything is online, but the parents has to learn something for the kid to be incorporated with them.
Right. Clearly, they should have a very, happy going and safe environment where they can enjoy even by staying at home. They should have
Yeah,
their positive environment inside their home. Okay, so
because
we all
you can't take a child in a car and say that go on a drive and he will be okay. He will like
exactly
it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. More than that, he won't like it.
temporary, yeah, exactly
Yeah,
temporary distraction or happiness, you can say.
yeah, but you always have to go with the child instinct of what he likes.
Right,
He knows what he likes. He knows how to reduce his own anxiety.
right,
He knows how to overcome it, but we complicate it many times. We complicate it because we get anxious and the child get more anxious, seeing the parents anxious. Whatever age, even though right now if I see my father or mother panicking, I will panic.
right. If we see
That
them
how
or
Yeah, that how
upset,
happens with the kids. Small
right,
kids pick up very fast when we don't understand that they understand.
exactly. So we
Yeah.
also have a question from Sleep Well Worlds that how to reduce depression.
Yeah. So see, depression can be simply be reduced as simple as by, people use depression as a word of sadness.
Right,
Depression is a very clinical term. Clinically, depressed is very different than being depressed. Depression can, again, sitting at home, being lonely. You only have contact with 4 5 people every day, rather than meeting a lot of people if you go to office, and workload is too much. Like people
right,
are working 12 hours a day, because there is no office time limits and everything. You just have to complete your work. So that way people get affected into depression, and the depression is more like sadness. Again, you have to do work on your own self. See, if your sleeping habit and your eating habits are either increasing or decreasing a lot for more than 50 days, for more than 15 to 20 days, you have to go to a professional and talk to a professional.
right,
That is the most important thing. One of the symptoms of depression is eating and sleeping. Another symptoms can be like they have fatigue, they have a lot of tiredness, they don't want to get out of bed. That kind of a clinically depressed people. The person who are sad and can function normally, irrespective of the situation, then they have to be out of environment. They have to talk to new people, express to person who they trust, be it anyone. I'm not saying. And sometimes you don't need people also. Sometimes you just need a book and write it and express everything on the book, or say it out
right,
loud and record your own self and express it to the world. I've seen
right,
many people who are coming out right now and telling the world that they are depressed, and
right,
people are caring for them and people are helping them. Maybe some are criticizing them also, but that is
yes,
regardless. That person has put an effort and expressed themselves in a way they wanted to. That
Right.
can help.
Right. Exactly. Right. Basically, we should use different coping techniques for the same. And we
Yeah,
shouldn't be
and if
using the word depression or that I'm depressed this casually. Because
yeah,
there will be
very
people who
casually.
are actually going through clinical depression. It's very hard to distinguish between sadness or depression because people are using this word very casually these days on social media or every platform basically.
I even tell people that don't label your own self. Our country is as such, it's very taboo with the mental health situation. Don't label
Right.
yourself as anything. You are a human being. It's like any other problem, any other disease,
Right.
and we'll take it as a disease and we'll solve it
Right.
together. Maybe not solve it, maybe guide it, facilitate it, whatever the other person wants it to be. But don't label your own self with I have a depression, because then you will get depression. If I
Exactly.
tell you 10 times a day that you have fever, you are not feeling okay, I'm seeing that you have symptoms, I'm seeing that you're coughing, I'm seeing that you're sneezing, you
Right.
might have COVID, the person will get COVID, and because his thought and
Exactly.
your thoughts are matching, and it will affect the person
Exactly.
in
I've
some
also
way or the
observed
other.
this thing that sometimes what we are thinking हम किसी बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा सोचते हैं तो eventually there are high chances कि वो हो ही जाए. Like if we are tensed about something and we are thinking very negative, we should rather think in a very positive direction. Let's just leave it to the situation. Like negative तो सोचना ही we should avoid because there are high chances कि then in the end वही हो. Because your thoughts and how you think, how you process, it's really important.
I get your point, but we can't always neglect the negative. What we can
Yes,
do
we
is
can't.
how that negative can turn into be a positive situation.
Right.
So, for example, if I say, okay, I will get COVID, and I like, okay, I will get. I don't want to get vaccinated. People are telling me that I also didn't want to get vaccinated, but that is okay. That is my personal choice. But
Right.
why? The reason is why, because I have some negative thoughts, and if I force myself to go through anything that is negative,
Right.
and then that will affect negatively to me, negatively to my own
Right.
body.
You're right. Yes, yes. I
Be
completely
it a
agree.
small thing, but then you have to change it, even if you are forced to get something. So for example, you are forced in a situation you are not liking, okay, and
Yeah.
again you have to get out of it. Think very positively about, okay, I'm in this situation, okay, I can accept that people are not good here, okay,
Yeah.
I accept that I'm not able to come out of it, but
Yeah.
one day be nahi, tomorrow I will do something that is helpful for my own situation, and I will move forward.
Definitely. Definitely. Rightly
Yeah.
said. Right. So, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead. We are here for next 3 to 5 minutes, and we'll address all the questions that you all have. Miss
One, I
Asta
think,
have been really helpful in guiding us about the COVID situation and getting back to life.
one, the person is asking, because of COVID, youth is getting affected mentally. They feel the waste of time, how they're supposed to deal with it.
Yeah.
So see, people are, the youth is sitting at home and they are getting affected. Last week I had a session on depression, and people were saying that the parents have a taboo. What stress you are going through? What are you doing? You don't have any burden. You don't have, and still you feel stress and everything. The youth has a lot of issues. The youth is sitting at home studying, and then the result is nothing. They're not able to give exam. 10th and 12th board got cancelled. People are getting affected. Like, what will they do now? So, the youth, I'll tell, uh, the best option is once the youth, I'll tell, the best option is to be productive in different ways. You are technologically very advanced. Your parents are not. Your relatives are not. People are having facing problems. You can start up with something. Technology wise, you can start up with something. You can do anything sitting at home. You are
Right.
more advanced than anyone.
Right.
You know, currently the youth can capture a lot of things, but once they think that it is a waste of time sitting at home, that will affect.
Right.
Bec- Sitting at home, and I started my work online after I left my job. So online was a very tricky situation, not knowing how to go live, how to, post social media. I asked for my student, and she's 17 years old, and she really taught me a lot of things about social media. Though we have an age gap, but she understands that I need those help. She is helping me.
Right.
Similarly, we can help people who want to do something, who want to start something, and you are aware of what is the trend going on, your clothing. You can post anything,
Right.
and be very rightful about this is not a waste of time. This is something that you are learning for the future.
Exactly.
Everything is going to turn to be online in a like already has and continue to be online, and that way that can help you a lot if you understand what is digital marketing.
Yes, exactly.
15 years old, 16 years old are taking lessons, and I'm like, I am so old and I'm not taking anything.
Right. I mean, social media really can be a key to success if you actually, want to learn it. Everything is a learning, nothing is a waste. Like, according to me, you should grab whatever opportunity you're getting.
And you are getting more time, I feel.
Yes,
You are not
sitting
wasting
at
time in
home.
traveling, you are not wasting
Exactly.
time in going to. I know there is this personal touch is missing that people really
Yes.
want to, but you can always, I tell persons that if you're feeling sad and if you don't have anyone, you can always touch your own self and say that I am there for my own self,
Exactly.
and I can work it out any way possible.
Exactly. I mean, the words hold so much of power. Like, if we want to motivate our own self, we should, have the right set of words. Like, I can do it. I am worthy of this. I deserve this. I deserve happiness and all of that.
Yeah, more than watching the videos, I feel videos will help once a while if you're
Right.
right mindset, but they sometimes they won't tell you what
Right.
to do, but your own self will
Exactly.
tell you what to do, you
Exactly.
know and many people comes through me like scheduling is another problem, and I have a problem getting up so early. I don't know what to do if I get up so
Right.
early. I tell them schedule your time according to your own self. Someone
Hmm.
forcing you to get up at 7 in the morning won't work for you.
Exactly.
So you get up whatever time and schedule yourself that time and then move forward with it.
Right. Exactly. I completely agree. So I think most of our audience agrees on what we just said, what Miss Astha just said. Okay. So do you guys have any questions? Please ask. And also, guys, just in case you want to learn more about psychology or you want to explore your options, you should definitely check out, Mindcare's page. We have internship programs going on for school and college students. You can reach out to us through DM or email. So we have a question: is it necessary to wake up at 7 a.m.?
No, it's not necessary to wake up at 7 a.m. Whenever you get up, that is your schedule. But see, regretting that you
Right.
have to get up at 7 and you plan something at 7. So, for example, I say 7, I want to go for a walk, and 7 o'clock I didn't got up. So, I'll regret कि अच्छा 7 बजे नहीं उठी. अरे, you have gotten up at 11. You can go out at 11. You can walk at 11. You people say that I can't exercise at evening because I always agree to exercise in the morning, and it is more beneficial if I wake up in the morning and do exercise. What happens in the evening? Gym sessions happens in the evening, sessions happens at night. You can always go do that. There is
Right.
nothing that is stopping you. So if I we have good 12 hours in our own hand, uh, removing all the distractions, sleeping time, eating time, everything, we still have 12 hours. That 12 hours can work out really well for us.
Right, right, right. Okay, so we have one more question. Can anybody with no psychology background get into this?
uh, People can get into this, but they can really be a social worker. Being like not being certified to do something, I really don't recommend people to get into as a therapist, or therapist still, but not a counselor, because there are some technicalities that a person won't understand once they have done just one training. Either you delegate your own life into trainings and you do everything that training can offer you. That way you will get a lot of time. to understand everything. You'll get an experience of everything. I have given almost more than 8 to 9 years in psychology right now, and I have been learning and teaching, learning, taking different kind of trainings. As you said in the start that I have done this. It's all because I want to grow more and more.
Right.
Those trainings did help me to grow as my own self and then become a good psychologist, rather than just getting an online certificate of being a participant of some institute and being certified with that won't help. Understanding human body is a little different. Just delegate your life, then it is fine. I'm not saying you can't do it right now. You can do it as a person, but help in a different way. Help as a social worker, help as a person who is connecting someone to some other person who need their help. Just be supportive of that person.
Right. And also, I would also like to add something. You can also apply for Mindcare's internship because we have people from different backgrounds. We have people from corporate backgrounds. We have people from school who are having PCM or anything, any subject. So it doesn't matter from which background you are. You can anyway apply for this internship. I'm sure you will definitely, when the internship ends, you'll feel the difference and you'll gain a lot of knowledge and learning. I myself have interned with Mindcare and it's really amazing. So Astha's point of view and thinking is just so good. I completely agree. I mean, I felt so positive while interacting with Miss Astha. So Vinayak is saying, see, sometimes I feel that I intend to talk to my folks, but they might not be available. This makes me restless sometimes. What one should do at this time?
See, talking to your own folks about some kind of a problem is like we think that we have miscommunication. They won't understand us. Our own insecurity sometimes make them not available. But you can always, tell them this one thing, that you need their time. Just 10 minutes or 5 minutes a day, and your restlessness will always go down. Once we are restless, we don't want to do that thing, so we only avoid, and we don't understand that we are avoiding it. Rather than telling them that they are avoiding it, it's us only who are avoiding. We can always get time. We can always leave them a message. Drop. आजकल phone है, technology. If they don't have a time, they are working a lot, and you are not able to meet, and your timing and their timing doesn't match. You can always drop a message. Give me 10 minutes before dinner. Give me
Right.
10 minutes after dinner. Whatever time suits for them. Tell
Right.
them, and that will make you feel less restless, unless and until you express yourself again. And if
Right.
that is also not possible, express yourself in the messages or voice note or whatever is comfortable with you.
Right.
Once or the other, they will listen to it and will come back to you. You don't have to get very anxious, because this time is such. People are financially also not very independent right now. People are facing issues, so that way you have to understand about the situation of everyone, not only your own parents but everyone, and let them be. They also need space and time, or you also need space and time. Just be, uh, give them the time that they need to come back to you or answer you.
Right. Basically, communication is the key. If you need somebody, if you need to talk to them, and if they're busy, just tell them it's really important. Once you're free, please get back to me. I really need to talk to you. And I'm sure that person will definitely reach out to you once they're
Sure.
done with their work. Right.
Whatever, sometimes we don't understand, they have some kind of a stress in their own mind.
Exactly.
And they are, there is a society thing that the parents are, youth is not looking after that a lot, but parents do.
Right.
Parents get affected with the societal thinking, societal thoughts, and they
They
sometimes
do.
get so captured in that they don't understand their child's own emotion. They are not
Right.
able to see, and we want their parents to understand their emotions first. But we are
Right.
mature enough, and we are coming out a lot and telling things about our own self. We can express a lot of chota sa incident, be it, you want to cry in front of them. That is also okay, and we feel that crying is something very not right, and they will
Right.
get affected, but that is okay. Once in a while, if you feel too burdened, you can always cry in front of them, and let them also cry in front of you.
Right. Right. Crying definitely, makes you feel a little lighter once you cry your
The
heart out.
expression
Out.
flows. The expression flows.
Right. what is the duration of the internship. So we have a 1 month internship program going on. You can reach out to us through our DM, and our professionals will definitely get back to you.
I am also starting another internship program next month, and that is also open for all in psychology and non-psychology background through Life Forward. But that will take time, and that is too bad. If someone wants to do it right now, they can always connect to you and be a part of your own internship.
You guys can definitely go and follow Miss Astha and her page. I'm sure they will keep you updated with whatever internship programs or openings
Yeah.
they have in their foundation or in their organization.
I work with different organizations, so sometimes it's very helpful.
I'm so sorry to point out, but these days adult relationships have this problem of illegitimate expectations. If two people are not on the same page, these expectations collide with one another.
That happens. That really does happen. So we have expectations from only people we love. You don't expect something from a stranger.
A
So
stranger.
expectations will collide. Somewhere or the other, my parents' expectation was something I do in the field of their liking, and I didn't do that. I didn't do something they really wanted me to do. So somewhere or the other, our expectation collided. But once they
Right.
see us getting good in our own, feel good in our own expressions and everything, and we tell them that this is what I love and this is how I will be successful, then they will understand this thing.
Right.
The expectation collidation is with everyone, I feel. Friends के साथ भी होता है, adults relationships क्या, I feel any relationship expectation collidation तो होता ही है. Sometimes in professional relationship भी होता है.
Right.
People expect something and something else happens. I expected this will happen, I expected that will happen, but that won't happen.
Right. Exactly. Right. Miss
But
Astha,
the love and care is there.
you have been
Yeah.
helpful, and it feels really good interacting with you. And I think most of the questions have been answered very rightly and beautifully by you. I'm sure this session will help people in coping up with COVID and fighting back and getting back to life. So yeah, and in the end, if you guys want to enroll in Mindcare's internship, you can reach out to us through DMs. Our professionals are there to answer all of your queries. And Miss Astha, would you like to say something before we end this live session?
Thank you everyone for and putting on your inputs. And right now also we are getting comment ki expectation is a huge burden. I
Yes.
understand completely. Burdens are there in life, but I want to end it with one thing that I have, preaching a lot right now these days, is that uh, pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice.
Yes.
Suffering is our own personal choice. We can always stop those expectations at one level, and we can move forward and then take time with those expectations. And I am
Right.
really thankful to all the audience who is present here regularly and listening to us from like more than 45 minutes.
Yes.
And this session got a lot time ahead. We were expecting to end it in 30 minutes, but
Yes,
it got
exactly.
45 minutes
But
more.
people started interacting and it got extended. It feels good that you guys actually liked this session and whatever Miss Astha, told us about today. And I'm just very glad that you guys liked this session and you liked
And
interacting
I'm
with Miss
thankful
Astha.
to you also, Anshan. This is like, being thankful for just little interaction is really good. And I feel that might help you in some way, and that might help me in some way today presenting this session.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Miss Astha. It was like really good to have you here. Such an honor.
Thank you.
So everyone is saying thanks to Miss Astha and thanks for the session. Uh,
They're saying thank you to you, host. Thanks for hosting
I
this session.
guys again host more sessions with Mindcare. So I think we'll end up with this here since we have answered most of the questions and we have interacted in the best possible way. So thank you so much, Miss Astha, for joining us. We
Thank you, Anshan, today.
was really helpful. And
Yeah, we will work again, sure.
definitely, definitely. I hope to see you in future. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining in. And in the last, if you have any queries regarding Mindcare internship, please do reach out to us through DM, and you can also follow Miss Astha. Um, I'm sure she will keep you guys updated with all the internships and future openings that they have. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Miss
everyone.
Astha. Bye. Take
Bye. See
care.
you.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.